consultant here in Dallas, Texas. I want to welcome you to this Sunday night Conversations to Success here with Organo. And I'm super charged up about being a part of this organization. I've been in Organo now for the last 9 years. And my husband and I just love being a part of these great organizations. And we have enjoyed and continue to enjoy growing our family in this Organo Gold. So tonight we're gonna be hearing me, but I also have a couple of ladies distributors who are gonna be joining me. So I'm gonna be introducing them as we go. And first of all, before I go on, I want to thank this company. I want to thank the leadership of this Organo Gold. I want to thank the company, the leadership, the founder, Mr. Bernardo Chua, and Mr. Shane Moran, and the leadership of our chairman, Mr. Paul, and just everyone that continue to bless us and continue to impact our families all over the world. So now what I'm going to be doing here, we're going to be talking about building a consistent customer base with the products. And I'm so excited because were it not for the great product that we have here in Organo, the leadership that we have, we probably would not be here tonight talking, because this product has been an impact all over the world. And so we are going to be bringing people from all over the world to talk about this product and how they are building their businesses using the product. I used to be an accountant. Just to give you a little bit background about myself. I worked as an accountant for 15 years before I was introduced to this organization. And I remember the very first time I enjoyed a cup of Organo coffee. And I didn't drink coffee. I'm a tea drinker before Organo. And so I was just tasting the coffee because my husband had brought it home. But after drinking that cup of coffee, there was no question that the taste was awesome. And then after drinking it for a couple of days, the feeling, the way my body felt, I knew for a fact I'm going to be consuming this product for a long, long time. And I started sharing it with my family. My son, who used to struggle with allergies gone. So we knew that from the word go, when we started sharing this product, that we were sharing a product that nobody could argue with. And so continuing on to build a customer base was a joy, has been a joy, and continue to be a joy, because I've seen the 9 years we've been in this, from going from beverage line to the weight management, to now the BU line, the skincare line, and growing with this company. So I value building a customer base, and we're going to be talking about that. With me tonight, I'm going to be bringing up somebody who is also in Organo for some time, but this lady is not in Dallas, Texas. This lady woke up early in the morning to be a part of this conversation because she's joining us from United Kingdom. And she's an Emerald consultant. I have enjoyed building business with her. One thing I love about her is to see how she has embraced building a customer base. But on top of that, duplicating herself in such an effective way that she's an Emerald consultant with this company. And I'm not going to tell her story because you're going to get to hear her story as we go along and as we share what she is doing to build this huge customer base. I'm going to give her the opportunity to be able to share the story herself, but I value the fact that she came from an entirely different background from the traditional businesses and came to network marketing business and has been in Organo for several years. So she's going to tell you her story. Janet Succesor, all the way from United Kingdom. Please, can you say hello and share a little bit of exactly what did you do outside Organo before you joined us?
Hello, OG family. This is Janet Successor. I am so excited, all the way from the United Kingdom. Fired up. Thank you so much, Diamond Alice. And I'm so grateful to the company, to Organo, Mr. Bernardo Chua, and Chairman Paul Caldwell, and Ken and Nancy for together, you really putting this together for us to have an opportunity. Yes, I came from a business background, a traditional business background. I had been in business before Organo over 20 years, building real estate and fashion, several business shops. And it was interesting enough to see network marketing. I had not done network marketing. I didn't understand it, but I saw the power of the product because of the testimony of my mother, who was not well at the time. And because of Organo, she improved her health very, very quickly. And from having to have several medication to going to none in a very short period, I saw the power of the product. So I embraced the opportunity, and I saw an opportunity to help so many people worldwide. And my mother was a pillar for making that decision. And I made a business decision to make money, to help others, to duplicate this. And that's where I came from. I came from a business background, traditional business, and to translate from being a business person doing a traditional business to doing a network marketing business, it's a big transition. So I am so excited. Thank you so much. I fell in love because of the product, because of the leadership, because of working together as a team and being able to duplicate. Right now, I'm in the UK, but having teams all over the world that I don't need to go there, but because of introducing someone. So over to you, Diamond Alice. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet Successor, all the way from United Kingdom, waking up to be a part of this call. I appreciate you. And just so love working with you. And what you are doing is simply amazing. And we're going to be hearing more about how you're doing, how you're building this customer base, and how you're helping people to also do likewise. Now, I'm also going to bring up, introduce to the audience another person who is going to be sharing this platform tonight. And this is one lady who I have come to have a high regard of because of who she is and what she has done, being in Organo for a couple of years, coming from a professional background, a teacher by profession, who saw this and decided that this was going to be her home. But not only is she building a customer base, but she has gone massive. She has decided that she's gonna turn around the world of Africa and make sure that everybody who she meets gets to hear about the product of Organo. And when she saw this, she saw an opportunity of going big with retail. So she retails big. She retails coffee in hundreds of boxes a month. And she is a platinum consultant. A platinum consultant who is moving coffee personally in hundreds. And her name is Jennepher Sankale, calling all the way from Kenya, East Africa. Jennepher, would you please say hello to the audience? Let them hear your name and your background and what attracted you to Organo. Please say hi.
Hello, OG family. Thank you so much, Diamond Alice, for having us on this platform. It's amazing how you address the whole world within from a chair. This is amazing. Like you've been told, my name is Jennepher Sankale. Professionally, I'm a teacher. I saw this opportunity through a friend, and when I got to get the product, I loved the organization because of the products. I decided to take them myself, and I started selling slowly by slowly, introducing them to my friends.
And because I used to have a lot of issues with my sore throat and every time tonsillitis, and I decided to take and see what happened. When I read also about what is in the product, it gave me courage to go on. So I decided I'll first of all take the product so that when I talk about it, I am confident that it does what I'm saying. So I had been in the profession for 27 years. And when I started this organo, it was like my side hustle. And within about 6 months, I matched my salary, which made me have my heads up and try to think, hey, if I can do this as a side hustle and it matches my salary, what would happen if I did it full time? I took a huge step and retired myself from teaching, and I started doing organo full time. I remember I went all through and I gave out myself, and that's when I got to know that I could sell. I didn't know I could sell. I only knew I was a teacher. And that's about a time we were supposed to go. So I had to sell. I told them, I cannot attend event. I don't have money. He said, no, Jennepher, you have coffee. She pushed and she encouraged me. And from that time, I haven't stopped. I just sell. And I usually choose, whenever I'm traveling, if I'm using a public, I choose who to sit with. And if I sit next to you, get to know we shall talk about coffee.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jennepher. Thank you for sharing that. We'll get to hear more about you. And so excited that we could pull you to wake up this early in the morning because you're moving coffee in masses. Janet's Successor is moving coffee in masses. And there's one thing that brings us together is this organo product. It's so genius what our company has done to provide, to make available this unique product all over the world. That the same coffee we drink here in USA is the same coffee that Jennepher has access to in Kenya. The same one that Janet has access to in the United Kingdom. And so we are able to build customer bases wherever you are. Knowing that you can build a global business. And whatever product, that whenever you're sharing this product to a person who is in another country, you're not worried that what they are going to get, because Organo has built a global business in over 50 countries and growing. Being able to provide the same product, that is so exceptional. And that Ganoderma that is in our product is just so unique. That is the top of the line, 100% organic Ganoderma. So we hear testimonies about what Janet's Successor experienced with her mom, and Jennepher Sankale, her own experience. But we're going to talk about retailing and what we are doing, going out, being able to take this product to the people. And I remember that for me, what I have always done is to make sure that every time there's a new product coming, I do a launch. I love launching the product. Right now, I'm still in my 90-day of launching the BU line, and I'm so excited because I've turned my formal dining table into a presentation room to make sure that every weekend I am having ladies and gentlemen come to my room, and I'm sharing massive exposure. And then from living room to doing also mixers, booking mixers from the same people who came. I book mixers with them so that we can go to their living rooms and do likewise. Very simple. And being able to drink our coffee, and also while we are drinking our coffee, we test our shakes. And on top of that, being able to now have a mixer where we actually apply the BU line, the BU products on our faces. And by the time people are leaving, they are feeling good inside and feeling good outside. It's so awesome what this company has done, combining health and beauty and bringing it together, giving us an all circle of products. And so I'm preparing this to bring up Janet's Successor, because recently this product, the BU line, was launched in UK. And Janet's Successor is running with this, building a customer base for herself, but also expanding to help her team to also expand the customer base. Now, Janet's Successor, how are you doing? How do you get to build? Because I know you've helped a lot of people build successful businesses. How are you doing to expand not only your base and your team base, and what drives you? Janet, if you can take it on.
Wow, thank you so much, Diamond. Alice. Yes, building Organo is easy, because you being a product of the product, you have to have the product yourself. And the product speaks for itself. I like what you said about BU. And as you can see, I have my BU bundle. I just had a BU demo. And I tell you what, it's when your skin changes. I started using the product myself, the BU range, and I tried it on myself from February. And when I used it, people started commenting. I said, I'm not going to say anything. Let me see. And people are saying, there's something about your skin. And one of my good friends, this is really amazing. She bumped into me in Stratford, and she thought, no, it can't be her. It could be her daughter. And she said, she took out her mobile to phone me to see if I would pick up. And she saw me pick up, and she said, what have you done? That's when I noticed that there's a great change in my skin. But what have I done? I have become the example. Because building this business, if you tell people, tell them to do, they look at you. And if you do and tell them and teach them and take them through how you're doing it, it shows up. So if you have the product, it's very easy to build the business, because you yourself, you use the product first. And as you are showing your team how to build, they see it on you, they see the products with you. So what I have done actually with the range of products that we have an opportunity to have the BU. Of course, we have the OGX, and we have the beverages. I have the three of these products in every mixer. Now, what has been interesting is adding on the BU alongside with the OGX that we've always had. Sometimes it can take a lot of time when you're doing mixers. But how have I been able to build a customer base using the products and duplicating that through? Is we have the table where you have your people arrive and you give them the coffee. And as they are drinking the coffee, of course, you have the blender. They do the OGX, and they finish the coffee, they try the OGX. And within the next half an hour, you talk about the product. And then we have people who want to take to do the skin. You have 2 or 3 people, not everybody. And you have to try the product, and they put on the cleanser, and then they take it off, and then obviously and they put on the jojoba oil, and then put on the moisturizer. And then sometimes, of course, they have to put on the mask to wait for 20 minutes and do that. And as people are watching, people are already drinking coffee, and people are trying the OGX. It blends in, and it allows people to have fun. And at the same time, people start seeing themselves doing it in their homes. So I've become an example to duplicate this, and this is gone across. I just remember, I just came back over 2 weeks ago. I was in South Africa, and I decided that I am going to buy the special offer we had. We had cases with OGX in June. We had the OGX, and we had, so I bought that. And I said, instead of taking the money that I'm going to use there, I'm going to take product. And I was amazed in the meeting that I was in, because I was trying to tell distributors that if you are out of coffee, if you're out of product, you are out of business. And this particular group in South Africa, they were saying they didn't have the money And I'm saying, you have to have the products to sell to get the money. So what I did as a leader to teach them, I took my product. So because I invited so many people, they had few products and they sold out. And I ended up selling all the products I went with. They saw me count money. The next day, they were at the warehouse. So it's really big, the example, and using the products to duplicate, but you have to use it because it will show up on you. I hope I've answered your question, Diamond. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You indeed have. Thank you so much. And you've also raised a statement that I hear Jennepher Sankale use a lot, because always she says, out of coffee, out of business. If you don't have the product, you are not in business. Jennepher Sankale, you have you move a lot of products, and I'm a witness to that. And can you tell us on an average month, on how much do you move, and then on a high month, how many boxes do you move, and how do you operate? What is this thing? How do you take this thing of out of coffee, out of business? Because I've heard you say this statement so many times. I just love you, Jennepher Sankale. Please take it on and tell us how you're doing this.
Thank you, Diamond Alice. When I joined Organo, I was set for money because I had come from a background of a teaching career where the story was there's no money. Now I had seen some lights when I started selling coffee, so I decided I'll go all the way and get all the money that I can. And I decided that it's my focus, and everything else and everybody else becomes a sideshow. So when it comes to coffee, I didn't shy off. It didn't matter whether it's a high-end party or a low-end party. Everybody we meet, I talk about coffee. The second thing, the other thing I need to tell distributors is that, like I always say, out of coffee, out of business. Coffee is about sharing and selling. How do you talk about air? How it's so difficult to explain something you can't show. People don't believe what they can't see and touch. So whenever you're moving, and I made it my habit, but actually my store for my coffee is my boot. Wherever I go with coffee. If I leave the car, my handbag has some coffee. You serve me with tea, I'll reach out for my sachet. And if you want, we share. If you don't want, I say I don't take anything else but my product. It's important to be firm on what you believe in. If you don't believe in the product, it's because you've not taken it. Once you take it, you don't even need to exalt the belief, because it's natural. It's working. And what Organo has done, it has given us very easy job of selling coffee, because it talks for itself. It talks for itself. More often than not, you'll hear people say, I can't sell anything. I don't know how to sell. They are right, because it's all in the mind. But I ran away with the word by Napoleon Hill, impossible is not an option. And when I say impossible is not an option, it's a decision that you make. If you are joining because of a friend may stop doing it, and you have to have your why. Basically, I had to put my why to be so high such that sometimes it scares me, but I go for it. It's never enough. On the very low months, I do like about 100 boxes of coffee, and there is a time I did 300, and there is another time I did 200. That's about $10 per every packet, a profit. That makes me feel so good, because I have money every time. What I like about coffee is that it's a now money. And you can go to some place without money, and by the time you're coming back, your bag is so light, but with some dollars. So you feel good. It feels good. Over to you, Alice. I hope I've answered your question.
Thank you, Jennepher Sankale. I'm gonna follow with another question right now, and this is about the script, because I remember the very first time we were with you, and I was we had just finished a presentation, and we said, hey, let's practice using the retail script. And you had never used a retail script before. And I remember you using the retail script, and within less than 10 minutes, you retailed 4 boxes. And can you tell us, what were you thinking that time? Because it's like you woke up. It's like something in you just lit up. And from that point, the story of Jennepher and retailing coffee became a whole different story. It became a story to be told. I would love for you to tell us, how do you do this? Because I know you are big with the script. How do you do it?
Thank you, Dear Morales. How I do the retail script, what I like about Organo is that you don't have to think. You don't have to use your mind. It's just copy and pasting. I read the script. The initial day that I started using the script, it was a time you came to a meeting and you told us you can use the script and say, I was like, how? How do you read to somebody on the phone? And I called and read, and immediately I was told, I don't mind 1 box. And within 10 minutes, I had done 4 boxes. I was saying, that was my eye opener, because from that time I said, oh, it's this easy. And I kept doing scripts, and I kept giving myself targets. I kept commissioning myself. I kept talking to my diamond to commission. And sometimes you don't even have the wording. Just stand back to your diamond and tell her your target, and she comes up with the wordings, and she tells you, use this script. I've used so many scripts that many distributors have not, because I keep sending requests to my diamond to formulate some scripts. You have to give yourself target, because you are the only one who know how much money you want. And you're the only one who knows what you want. If you listen to people, to me, I term them as sideshows, because they have not done what I have done. If I need to know something about selling coffee, then I'll talk to Diamond Alice, because she has done better than me. I'll not talk to somebody who has not done it. Like we are always told, hang around with people who have what you want. And I capitalize on that a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Jennepher Sankale. Thank you so much. I just love what you do, and we're going to continue hearing you. And I'm going to turn this back to Janet Successor, because she is also, Janet Successor, you are also very keen with using the retail script, and I've watched you coach your team, and your team, you help them go to events through retailing. And I know even right now we are going to Unite, and we all from this time going on, Africa Unite, we have North America Unite, we have Unite events coming, and the events are so vital to the growth of the business. But I've watched Janet Successor, I've watched you build success after success by getting people to events. When it goes to USA event, I meet you in Las Vegas. Europe events, you're right there. Africa events, you are there with your team. How do you do it? How do you get your team to be able to pay to go to these events using their retail money? Go ahead, Janet Successor. Please take it on.
Well, thank you so much. I love the events. I remember initially, I will use the story of a young lady. This lady is a sapphire consultant, Joy Nantume. She had joined the business very naive, and she thought, no, I can't sell, I can't do this. When she came in with a bronze pack. She didn't want to do the gold because she thought about the money, and she thought it was a lot of coffee. And she now wanted to get away. She used an event as a holiday. And she went to Las Vegas. But what she saw at the event, she couldn't sleep. She came back, and she immediately upgraded to the gold pack. And within 2 months, she went sapphire. She was so excited. And she realized that she needed to continue. So she got used to the money, and then she said one day, I need to make money because I need to take my children to Disneyland. How do I do it? And I say to her, how much are you looking for? She said she needs about 3,000 pounds. And I said, that's easy. She says, it's easy for you to say. She said, what do I do now? I said, well, the same way we do when we go to events, we divide the amount of coffee. I said, that means for 3,000, you need divide 3,000 by 10. And that is 300. So that means you need to sell 300 boxes of coffee. Since each box of coffee, you're going to get 10 pounds as a profit. So if you sell 300, you don't even need to look at your team. This is your sales. And again, she used the script. We had to go through the script. We stuck together. The first time using the script, she was like, I can't do it. And before I knew it, I can tell you, she did not spend, we gave herself a target for 3 to 4 weeks, but she did it in just over a week. And she got money and she took her kids to Disneyland. Since then, this lady does every month not less than two cases of coffee. She's I think 48 star chief at the moment, and she continues and she duplicates through her team. So again, we use the same thing when we want to go to events. When people say, I want to go to an event, I say, how much do you need? The ticket and the accommodation, just calculate it, divide with the amount of, divide by 10, get the amount of coffee, and set yourself a goal. And then at the moment, we are all on running for 100 boxes of coffee. I personally, I have done 52 as we speak. I've been selling because, and we are updating the forums. This is how much I've done, and it's racing for that money. That's we call it she money or him money. That is money now that you can sell the coffee, and you do that. And it's very easy to go through your own phone contacts, and it's okay to tell them, I have a target to meet. I need X amount of boxes. Can you buy 2 or 3 boxes? Again, it goes back to the script, which we have already. Back to you, Diamond Alice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Janet Successor. I love using the retail script, and every time I hear the stories about people who got courage to actually make a move or to build a customer base because they had, it's like a tool that is being provided by the company, and say, hey, you don't have to go and create words. We already have the words for you. Use these words and just call the list of your customers. We are told, build your list of contacts, 50 coffee drinkers and 50 business builders. The coffee drinkers, how do you approach them? Organo provides a script, and our company said, use their script, call all those people who are on your customer list and use their script to build your customer base. I was not as coachable able to start with when I was brand new, and a lot of people aren't, because you're coming from some background. Maybe nobody has you've never used a script. I was there, and I ignored that script. And the value of using a retail script that has been put together by a genius person, the person who had thought through how to build a customer base, within 20 minutes of using it, after resisting to use it, within 20 minutes of using the retail script that is in our flip chart, I had retailed 30 boxes, and I knew for a fact the value rose. And so I love to talk about it. If you're listening today and you've never used the retail script, it is on our flip chart. Go find it. It's in our back office on the resource section. Go find it and use it. I love it. It's just asking for help. Why is it so valuable to use the retail script to build a customer base? Number one, what happens is when you're using that script, when you have that list, when you're using that script, you are giving yourself an opportunity to give a whole box of organo product to that person. They don't have a choice but to use that product and finish the whole box. Now, if they don't use it, somebody will come to that house and somebody will drink, but they have a whole box to go through. And that's where you start now getting customers. The first time they buy, they will buy to support your business because you asked for help, or they will buy to support you for whatever you said you are going to do. But the second time they buy, they are going to buy because of how they felt after consuming the product. It's like an indirect way of sampling somebody a whole box of coffee. Only this time, they're actually buying to help you. It is so easy to do that, because if you have 50 people, a list of 50 people, then what's going to happen is you have a list of 50 people. By the time you finish those 50 people, assuming that 30 out of those actually buy a box or two, you will have sold at least those 50 boxes of products. So that's what we're doing right now. This month we have a team challenge for people to actually retail distributors, retail 100 boxes of coffee, because why shouldn't you, when there is a script that has been provided, and then you can be able to go to the event, because that retail 100 boxes, that's $1,000 in profit. You'll be able to go to where you need to go. How much does the event cost you? For people who are coming, going from Africa, from East Africa to South Africa, you've already paid for your event and even hotel stays with $1,000 profit. Why not? Why would you miss such a wonderful event that is going to actually help you go the next level, help you, inspire you? And all the motivation, the education, the empowerment, coming to the Africa Unite. We have Chairman Paul Cardwell coming to the event in South Africa. And we have Blue Diamond, Bob Rakowski coming. So why wouldn't you want to be there? So that's why the building a customer base is, and being able to use that script and make sure that you go to that event. And with that, I'm going to ask Janet's Successor, what should you tell somebody? What would you tell a distributor who wants to go to the event and who doesn't have any money? What would you tell them today, given the powerful events that are coming? What would you tell that person? Janet's Successor, please.
Wow. A brand new person starts from where they are. And we have 3 packages, of course, bronze, silver, and gold. Now you start with where you can. Because a brand new person, you can't wait for them to say, I'm going to get the money for gold. Because every minute and every day you don't start, you're waiting, and you are your customers that you could have served, you are not able to do that. So people start where they are at. If you start with the 6 boxes as a bronze, it doesn't matter, because you will be able to sample 2 and you sell the 4. I've helped somebody starting even with a kit they didn't have, and all they had is 2 boxes of coffee, and they sampled and they started getting orders. The following day they came back, this is in South Africa, and they had orders of 18 boxes. And all I asked them, collect the money and we buy the coffee. And they are now building their business. So a brand new person, don't shy away from getting started from where you are at. I'm building on that. The key is in the coffee. Once you have the coffee with you, you are able to share. You yourself, you sip, you share, and you sell the coffee. And I would say to a brand new person, listen to your sponsor, pay attention to your mentor, your leader, and follow what they are saying, because every brand new person comes in brand new, but they have old ideas that sabotage their success. So when you are new, you are not new in everything. You're new to the business, but you come with luggage. So the best way to win is to shut all the windows of everything that you know and trust the system and the process, and you will win quicker, because I've been there myself. When you are coming from a background, when you have done business, You think you know it all. So until you shut those windows and you listen to the person who is showing you, then you win quicker. That's what I would say to a brand new person. Listen to your leader, your sponsor, and follow the system.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Janet Successor. And then what would you tell somebody who is looking to go to an event and they are saying, I don't have any money? What would be their advice?
The advice I would say, the money is in the coffee. Without coffee, no business. So if I had in total, let's say I have 500 pounds and that's all I have. If I'm going to pay the bill, I would pay the bill anyway. But if I buy coffee and I sell even half of that, I'll be able to get my money back following the system, and I'll be able to have a surplus. So if I use my money to buy the coffee, considering I'm going to follow the system, you're not going to follow the system, then you don't need to do that. I'll be able to use that same money to multiply that. I can give you an example. As I said, I was going to South Africa, and the money I was going to use on accommodation and things like that, I bought coffee. And the day I arrived, because I pre-arranged the meetings, I was picked at the airport. I went straight to the mixer. I arrived on Friday, and I arrived at 1 o'clock. 6 o'clock, I was in a mixer. And I sold my coffee. I had cash. Next day, I had coffee I sold. All my coffee was sold. And my total cost was 560 pounds. And I had 800 pounds in my worth of money. So I still had my 560 plus profit. But had I not bought the coffee, so if someone says I don't have money, what do you have in your hand? If you don't have money in business, you can buy and sell. If you don't have money to initially, you can get customers. When I started the business, I was broke. I was challenged financially. I had lost everything. I didn't have any money. And when they asked me to invite people, I was thinking they are going to come. I can't call them because they know what happened to me. And what I did, I was told, and thank you so much, Diamond Alice. He said, you know, in business, you can buy and sell. If you don't have the money, but you have the people, you can call the people to buy the coffee. The same script. All I did is get on the phone and sell the coffee that I did not have. I just launched my business with 3 flavors, black, latte, and mocha. I would like you to be my first preferred customer by buying 2 or 3 boxes of coffee. Can I count on you to be my first customer? And people said 2 boxes. I said, you know, for me to know that you're serious, send the money for this coffee so that I am putting in the order right now. That is selling and then buying. Because I sold the coffee, I didn't have the money, and I collected the money, and I used that same money to order the coffee. So you can't say I don't have money, but you have people. Everybody has people in their mobile phone. You can turn the people you have in your mobile phone to cash. Because these people, you love them and you want them to buy the coffee. So if you don't have money, you have people, sell, and then you can buy the coffee. If you have the money, buy the coffee and you can sell it. And then duplicate that through the team and show a few people and keep doing it over and over consistently, and separate your account, not the same account that have all the direct debits, because if you put money there, it's going to be swallowed. And then be serious and focus on that. That's what I would say to someone who says, I don't have money. I've been there myself, you know.
Wow.
I made 4,200 pounds in less than 2 weeks retailing. I didn't have, my account had been closed. You know, I lost, I lost everything. My account was closed, and I had to use my daughter's account for people to put money in to buy. That's how I started. You know, I couldn't buy a gold pack. So if you're hungry enough and you're really challenged and you really see this is an opportunity, you want to do it, you just put out, I just decided, I put all the excuses together in a bucket, burnt them, and I stepped on my success to move forward so I can have the business. Now, 7 years later, I am here. Had I said that I don't have money, I would have lost the house, I would have lost my dignity, I lost everything. But I was able to save the house with that 4,200 pounds of my selling the product that I did not have in possession. And I was able to bail back the house, to start traveling the journey, and now showing the example and helping many other people. And that's here I am 7 years later. So it's up to you how important is the opportunity that you see the future before it arrives, and you go for it, just like all the great leaders like Diamond Allen. They are here not because it's always been easy. It's the commitment, the perseverance, the dedication to say, I found something that I've been looking for. It's here. I have a teacher. I have we have a company that has got proven record over 10 years. The product works. It speaks for itself. Let's get it done. And you step in and you go for it. Thank you, Diamond Allen.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That is so powerful. I'm so thankful that you added your story there. Going from not having money, using the script to ask people to buy coffee, and so they buy ahead of time, because in business you can either buy and sell, or you can sell and then buy and deliver. And you use that to actually find yourself to buy your first gold pack, so that now you now see where you are, an Emerald consultant with a team growing all over the world. That is the power of organo products. That is the power of this business that we have here. That whether you have money or not, if you have a burning desire, you are teachable, coachable, and trainable, you can absolutely build a successful business. And you have here a good example here. And because we are using a product that is highly consumable, that you don't have to introduce to anyone because they already know about it, but with the quality that we have, the presentation of the product, the backing that we have with the leadership that we have here in Organo is just exceptional. And that's how we are able to build successful businesses here. I'm going to invite Jennepher Sankale. Jennepher Sankale to share a little bit, because Jenny, you have a huge customer base. For somebody who is asking themselves, how does Jenny support such a huge customer base that every month, on a bad month, the worst month, she's doing 100 boxes of coffee or organo beverages in East Africa, in Kenya? How is she able to support that customer base, to have that return business, and to build a consistent income or profit from her business? How is she able to do that? And just last week, we had a team challenge. We had a 10-day challenge to finish the month. And the goal was the people who are joining the challenge were going to finish the first half of the year. And start the new half of the year. So it was between the 25th of June to the 4th of July, do a minimum of 50 boxes. And Jenny, within 10 days, moved 81 boxes of coffee. Jenny, in 10 days, 81 boxes of coffee. And this is not a brand new person who is going to talk to people that she didn't know. This is someone who has made a decision that she's gonna get this product to the masses in Africa, in Kenya. Jennepher Sankale, please tell us, how do you support your customer base? And if you can just share what drives you, But how are you able to support and to take these challenges and to run such a race? How are you supporting your customer base? If you can please come on, Jennepher Sankale.
Chairman Alice, I can tell you basically the best thing a distributor should learn is that follow-up is key. Whenever you share your coffee and you don't follow, you've just lost it. This is business that you need to have some notes, you have to have your records. Actually, I get to know when every customer of mine needs to have finished taken all the coffee. So by a certain time, I'll call the customer and tell her, I believe your coffee is about out of stock. Can I supply? And what I've also learned is that people don't like being pushed. So I don't push people for payment. I deliver and pick, and they send money. But that is a bit tricky. You can only do that with the customers that you have already gotten and regular customers. But as a new person, you don't do that. Otherwise, I would also say not everybody is trustworthy. And being a new distributor, you might have somebody or people pick your products, and by the end of the day, you have no products and you have no money. So you have to know how to balance who to just let have and who you cannot let the product with. Basically, as a beginner, don't try credit, because you're trying to build some money and now depending on other people to pay you. By the end of the day, you may even have to use a lot of money following up the money that you already sold. So I would say that's a no-no, unless you have regular customers that you drop and they pay. I have customers who buy monthly. They do like it's a monthly shopping because the product, like I said, speaks for itself. So at a point, they are like, hey, you've forgotten us. We had guests and we have overdone the product, so we are short of the product. And whenever I'm invited anywhere, I have enough product. Actually, I go to that meeting with two agenda, the meeting agenda and the selling agenda, because these are consumables, and at least everybody takes either coffee, tea, or chocolate. Everybody. So if you invite me for a coffee, I know there's a time even my son one time during his fashion said, Mom, say hi to people and don't sell coffee. I said, that's a good one. And I said loudly, he says, I say hi to you and you talk to me when you need coffee. And that's a day I remember telling you I sold all the coffees that I had because they needed to know, they wanted to know, what is this coffee that is your son is telling you not to sell? And it's amazing. It's amazing how you take advantage of a negative to become positive. And Organo trains us so much. It gives a lot of training, because what the teacher that left the class those years is not the Jennepher that you're seeing today. The trainings that we get out here in Organo is amazing. It's phenomenal. Like it would take you a lot of work to think that you're annoying me, because I look at you, oh, that's the best you can. So when you have that spirit, the positive spirit, even selling becomes very easy. When somebody says this thing doesn't work, it's, oh, it doesn't. Have you tried it? Instead of feeling pushed away. Agree with them and then let them tell you what they know, then you're able to tell them what you know. But you can't, after the training, you can't have war with anybody. And that's how I sell my product. I remember the most funny thing I did was to sell coffee on a flight. I was going to Korea and the person seated next to me needed to take, I did that Succesor thing of shaking the sachet. And then the person wanted to know, what is this you're shaking? And I said, would you want to taste? And he liked it. By the time we were getting to Korea, he needed 2 boxes of coffee. And my colleague, we were with my friends, I told them, you people are dozing off, I'm doing business. I have money to spend in Korea now. So have your business at heart and the passion. If you don't have the passion and the right spirit of doing it, that the positive spirit of doing it, you may not get there. You'll always say, how does Jennepher sell coffee? I actually just talk about it the way everybody talks about anything. And I find myself selling. But keep records of your customers so that at least you follow up. That's the key. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It is so amazing. You are in business everywhere, Jennepher. Even when you're on the flight, you make sure you have coffee. When you are driving, you have your coffee in the trunk. In business everywhere. Now we're here and we know how you are able to push a lot of coffees. It's because you are in business everywhere, and so you are the face of Organo. You have decided wherever you go, Organo goes with you. Thank you so much for what you're doing, impacting people in East Africa, Kenya to be specific, and sharing this product everywhere. We have not even reached. We are just it's like the tip of the iceberg. That's where we are. We still have a lot of work to go. We still have a lot of people that need to hear about this product, about this opportunity. So thank you, Jennepher Sankale. And I'm going to ask you, what is your message today? What would you advise somebody who is getting started today? What to do in one sentence? What would you advise them? Why Organo? Why should somebody make a decision, even if they were dilly-dallying in taking their business serious? Why should they take it serious today?
In a nutshell, I would say that business of Organo is a reach-out business. Even when you don't have to look at it sometimes as money, as how many people you can help uplift their health because of the Ganoderma infused in our coffee. So or beverages, when we answer that, how many people you know around you that have issues that you can help in health-wise, you will see how much it would push you out of your comfort zone. Alongside helping other people, you will have some money because the heart that gives is the heart that receives. So it's important, and also to understand you need to focus and always remember your why. Write down your why and focus. Let everything else become a sideshow and you will win big. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennepher Sankale from Nairobi. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm going to ask the same question to Janet Succesor, all the way from United Kingdom. For the people who are listening to you, and you probably have a brand new person who is, or someone who is listening to us and is not even in Organo. We probably have a brand new person who is beginning to their business, or we probably have somebody who has already been in the business for a while, and they're kind of getting tired. What's your message to somebody? Why should they take this business and take it seriously, and why now? Janet Succesor from United Kingdom, please share with us.
There has never been a time like now. The future that you have been waiting for is already here. This is the opportunity of a lifetime because we now have health and wealth in one cup. We are able to give people the beverages. We are able to take care of their weight, their meal replacement. We are able to take care of their skin inside to outside. We have the 3-in-1. There has never been a time like now to take this opportunity to another level. Maybe before you said, oh, people don't drink coffee. But now people eat, people drink coffee, people to take care of their own skin. And for someone who's been in the business and thinks, oh, you know what? There's always a new energy. Because where Organo is, we have never been here before. This is 2019, and we are in July. We have never been at this point where all roads are leading to the same place. Africa is expanding drastically. The whole world is expanding, country after country. The opportunity is bigger, is better, is here. So you have more to give than more to take. And you have more to come back to you because there's so much available. So the opportunity is greater. Get your act together and do it now. Because if not, what else are you gonna do? Because we have everything we have always asked and wanted. The leadership, the product tying up with the leadership. And now we have you, who is the missing link to get together, and we get united and we take this to another level. It's never been a better time to take your business to another level.
Thank you, thank you. That is Janet Succesor, Emerald Consultant from United Kingdom. And this is Alice Nganga in Dallas, Texas. My message to you is seize this opportunity. Take it. It has never been better than it is today. We have a growing line of product. And when you're looking at expanding, the world has become a global economy, and Organo has embraced that. I get so excited about building this business because this is where I can actually build a true global business where we have the same product globally, whether it's coffee and teas, whether it is the skincare, nutrition and wellness. Now we're gonna get to look younger, feel better, and actually live a wholesome life. And my question to you is, whose life will you change today? Is it your own life? Is it your family's life? Is it your community? Is it your country? Is it your continent? Is it the whole world? Organo has tied it all together with this huge opportunity. We have a wonderful leadership, and I love that we work united. So I want to extend this invitation to everyone who is listening to me, not only to be part of Organo, but if you're also a part of Organo, to come to Unite. We have Unite Africa coming up. We have Unite North America coming up. The Unite that is close to you, please, we know how to get there. There is no saying you don't have any money, because now we know how to get the money to create, to build the profits and go to these events. We'll see you at the Unite. God bless you. We'll see you over the top. And thank you for the opportunity to serve. Good night.